Welcome back, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed the day off yesterday. This week's investigation, Designing an Aquarium, is shorter because we will not set up an aquarium as a class. But at least we'll be returning to in-person learning soon. Yay! Please get your science notebook if you have not done so already. Let's review your responses from Monday. You guys and gals had some great answers. Question 1. Do you agree that all the factors the student marked with an L are living? If not, tell which ones you don't agree with and explain why you don't agree. Soil and light are non-living factors. All of the plants and animals like salamanders and thin-leaf plants are living. So right here, light is not living, soil is not living either. I also loved your answers to question 2. Describe how 2 of the non-living factors might influence the living factors in the terrarium. The light gives, your answers included, the light gives warmth to the animals, but if it's too high, it might cause some of the plants and animals to be negatively affected. The soil will affect how plants grow. If the glass cover did not have holes, there would not be enough oxygen. All of these and many more were great answers. Remember, living factors are plants and animals because they're alive, like the salamander, the cricket, broadleaf plants, grassy plants, thin-leaf plants, flowering plants. They're all alive. Examples of non-living factors in this terrarium are the rocks, the pan of water, light, glass terrarium, this whole thing, right? Soil and temperature. Great job. Our focus question for today's lesson is, what are the environmental factors in an aquatic system? In this week's investigation, Designing an Aquarium, we will look at environmental factors in fish environments. If you have not wrote down our focus question in your science notebook, please do so now. So what are some aquatic environments that you know of? As always, you guys gave great answers to this question. The examples you gave were rivers, lakes, oceans, wetlands, swamps, and fish tanks. We'll be looking at living and non-living environments in a fish tank or aquarium today. We set up class aquariums for goldfish and guppies. Let me show you what they look like. That's not what I planned on showing you, but okay. Much better. On the left is our goldfish, and on the right are our guppies. We're going to watch a video to observe these fish, and after you will draw the fish, describe their movements, and describe their behaviors in your science notebooks, just like we've done before with our mealworms. The aquarium has gravel on the bottom and is filled with tap water that just came out of the sink. The water was aged for 24 hours and chemically conditioned to take out the chlorine in order to make the water safe for the fish. You cannot put fish in regular tap water, okay? So let's go ahead and let's take a look and observe our goldfish and our guppies. Remember, you will be drawing, describing their movements, and describing their behavior. All right, what are they doing with their mouths? Which fish is moving more? Which type of fish is moving more? Do they stick together? Do they go apart? Let's zoom in and take a closer look. Look at their mouths. All right, boys and girls, now that you've observed our aquatic environment, I want you to 1, draw a goldfish and a guppy, 2, describe movements of our fish, and lastly, describe any behaviors of the fish. Make sure to skip at least 5 lines so we leave room to answer our focus question, but please pause the video and follow these 3 steps. Please do so now. All right, remember our focus question is, what are the environmental factors in an aquatic system? What are some of the factors we just observed? I observed the aged tap water, okay? At first it was tap water that came out of the sink, but we gave it 24 hours and then we treated it. That way we don't shock our fish, okay? I also observed the non-living factor, gravel here at the bottom, just a bunch of small rocks. The light, of course, that was coming in. And we know that the room temperature is warmer than the water that the fish are in, right? So we have a little bit of heat there. And I also observed that the plastic container that has our aquarium and houses all of our living and non-living factors gives their space, right? So another non-living factor is the plastic container that our aquarium is in. So I have a question for you. What environmental factors are missing from our fish environment? Let's add some more living factors to our fish environments and observe while you think about any environmental factors that are missing from our environment. All right, so here we've added some more living organisms. We have a plant called Elodea. Can you say Elodea right here? It's an aquatic plant. And we're also going to add some pond snails. Let's take a look. Have our guppies, goldfish, and check it out, pond snail. Don't worry, there are more coming. Whoop. All right, so here we have our pond snails. All right, the next living organism we're going to add is a small crustacean, just like you may remember our isopods are crustaceans. So remember, they're pretty small if you collected some on your insect scavenger hunt. So we're about to add some. Watch closely. See our crustacean right there? All right. So, what environmental factors are missing from our fish environments? Even though we added more living organisms like our Elodea plant, our pond snails, and our small crustaceans, can you think of environmental factors that are missing? How about now? Fish tacos like the one Mr. Torbein had over the weekend. Or what about ice cream? Man, I bet our living factors are really hungry after hearing me talk about this. Oh, wait. Now I know what environmental factors we're missing. Food. We're missing food from our aquarium environment. In a natural environment, the food source would be other organisms like plants and small animals. In an aquarium, the food source is just a tiny pinch of dry fish flakes, just like the ones you might use if you have a home aquarium. We're almost done with today's lesson. The last thing I want you to do is to answer our focus question in your science notebook. What are the environmental factors in an aquatic system? Before you do, let's go over some of the living and non-living factors we saw in our environment today. So we have our Elodea plant, we have our guppies, our goldfish, and our pond snails. Those are our living environment, our living factors in our aquatic environment. We also have gravel, the temperature, the light, and of course we have our dry fish flakes. Remember that no two science notebooks are the same. I want you to answer this question by writing and/or drawing in your science notebook. You can include any information you learned from today's lesson or Monday's reading to answer our focus question. What are the environmental factors in an aquatic system? If you read today's instructions, you will know that you will be uploading a picture of this page from your science notebook. I can't wait to see your science notebooks. Have an awesome Osprey day.